This is in no way, shape or form a sponsored video. I paid for everything out of my own money, and today's video is based on my thoughts and opinions and first impressions. Hey team, welcome to today's video and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayden. If you're brand new here, I am a review channel mostly. I do sporadic vlogs here and there, and I do a lot of travel videos. We typically look at men's fashion and skincare for men, but I do dabble in other areas. So if that is something that you're interested in, make sure you subscribe, you ring the notification bell, and you share, comment, do all the fun stuff. The less known side of my professional life outside of YouTube is I'm a group fitness instructor, as well as a nutritionist and a former chef. So that usually means that I go through a lot of sportswear, specifically sports shorts. They always tend to wear out in the crotch or rip in the back. I found this company on Instagram and they specialize in men's sports shorts. And that company is GYMROOS. This is in no way, shape or form a sponsored video. I paid for everything out of my own money, and today's video is based on my thoughts and opinions and first impressions. Now this comes at an opportune time because I have once again worn out my current gym shorts, both of them. The two that are in my constant rotation that I teach and work out in. So that is why I grabbed two pairs of shorts from GYMROOS today, which are the Roo shorts in black size medium. I paid $49.99 Australian dollars, and I will do the conversion. And then the retro shorts in black size medium, which were $54.95, again in Australian dollars. From ordering to receiving, it did take around 2 weeks for me to get them in hand. I wouldn't consider that a super long wait time, considering some fast fashion items take longer than that. It's probably your run-of-the-mill or average time frame. Here we have them right here. We're just gonna dive on in. I will be using these tonight when I teach because, like I said before, my current pair, or both pairs, have seen better days. They just come in a standard plastic pouch with the Ziploc, and then the retro shorts that come in a different packaging, which is just a loose plastic bag. We might start with these, which were the Roo shorts in black. First impressions, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that material, and it's got inners that I do not like. Here we have them out of their packaging. You can see the emblem or the logo in the bottom right corner, and then down the front left pocket. It comes with two zip pockets in the front, as well as inner underwear. It's your standard workout material. It's kind of, without actually looking at the tag as yet, it's kind of a mix of lycra and parachute material, like parachute pant material. Now these are made from 90% nylon and 10% polyester. As usual, we like to check out our construction. Now from just the little bit that I've seen, it looks rough. If you've been with me for a while, you know when I say threads that are sticking out, bunching and pulling and all that stuff, you're gonna see them here. So this is the hem, one of the hems of the inside underwear that comes built in. See how messy that is? And just this one bit here, like how uneven, all of these threads are super loose. Look at all the loops sticking out. Even the two pieces of fabric, you can see where all the rough cut is on the inside here versus the seemingly neater side on the opposite. So getting past the actual built-in underwear and to find a seam, the rest doesn't look too bad around the waistline. There are some areas that could have been done a little better, in my opinion, like here. See how messy that is? And see that? That is not a good sign. The fact that I can just pull that and it keeps unraveling means it's not tied off. Now these actually do have a funky smell to them. Anyway, let's go try them on. Okay, I've got them on. You can probably hear them move. They're actually quite comfortable. Now I'm not a big fan because of my work. I'm not talking about my working out independently from being a group fitness instructor, but when you're an instructor, you need your thighs to be bare. And that's because specifically the classes I teach, I do squats, I do high impact, and my knee comes up to my hip. Typically, if the leg of the short is below mid thigh towards the knee, whenever I try to get my leg up, it catches on my thigh. And that ends up pulling the pants down at the back or just being super uncomfortable. These, I really like the height of. Even though it's made from a material that doesn't feel like it's going to give a lot of movement, they actually do. Here we have the first pair of shorts from GYMROOS. See what I mean by they are a little on the noisy side, but if you get past that, that's okay. I'm not a fan of this, how it does the peak out on the inner thigh. But other than that, I feel like they're a really good fit. They give a lot of movement. They allow for deep squats. I can get my knee all the way up and nothing is going to be coming out. And like I said before, they feel actually really good on the skin. It doesn't feel like anything's sticking out or pinching or pulling or potentially going to irritate. It was a questionable start, but we got there in the end. This pair is the one that I was actually looking forward to the most, the retro pair. And that's just because I really like retro clothing. First impressions, they kind of give me a basketball short material vibe. I think I like this material better, even though it's probably going to be 100% nylon. I think these are going to be really short. Here they are out of the packaging. You can already see how little they are. These smell worse than the previous ones. There's not a lot to them, kind of flimsy, but you expect that with workout pants. We'll see what it's made from. It is 100% polyester. We'll take a look at our construction before we go try them on as usual. Now the construction of these is a lot better. I mean, it's not fantastic, but a lot better than the ones that I'm still wearing. I mean, this part here around the waistband, that's not fantastic. You can see where it's kind of frayed here. But apart from that, I don't see anything that is potentially going to be a problem. You can see where the front and back panels meet on the side of the leg. All the way down, you can see into the crutch there where the 4 panels meet. And if we pull it, there are no gaps showing. It is somewhat see-through. You can see me behind the garment, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's try them on. These are most definitely more my vibe, particularly when I'm teaching. I like that they aren't too short, but they above that mid-thigh length. There's a lot of movement. I like that it's got the little slit on the side, but it doesn't open up like a flap. I like the black with the white trim. Lots of movement. Nothing feels like it's going to get stuck or caught. And it doesn't have that peak on the inner thigh like the previous ones. Here we have the retro shorts. So you can see it's got the little cutout on the side. Again, there's lots and lots of movement. There's none of that on the inside happening. It'll move with you, enable you to do a bunch of stuff without revealing anything. And generally, they just feel really good on the skin. We have 2 winners. Could the construction have been better and cleaner on both of them? Yes, they could have for the price point. And if the first pair doesn't fall apart after a couple of washes, I'm definitely going to be using them. I will link everything down below if you want to check it out for yourself. And if you do, let me know, what was your experience? Was it the same? Was it different? I'm always interested to hear. Thanks for watching, team. Make sure we do all the fun stuff, but most importantly, stay tuned.